now take any questions that you may have.
Real quickly, Leah, would you spell your name?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Leahlacure.
Anyone?
What are your prospects, you think, for getting this removed in Congress?
We have heard that the provision won't be removed, and that this provision is important to the Senate President. But we still hope that in the coming hours before conference committee that they'll hear the concerns about this provision and consider removing it.
Why did the Democrats vote for this when it came out, if it was in there? I mean, is it more important to get the whole transportation budget passed than to, to go over this part of it, or what?
Sure. My understanding is that they did offer an amendment to take this provision out, and all the Democrats supported that amendment to remove the provision. So they were, unlike us, who now we have a conference report that we're voting on and aren't able to amend. They made a strong effort to get this provision out. They also had another provision that could have affected voting rights successfully removed. And I think this moved really quickly. So it took us a little while too to understand, for example, that it's a misdemeanor if the statute is violated. So again, when things move this fast, they get slipped in with no time to closely review them or have public comment on them. I think that there's serious problems. But they did vote to take this provision out, and that was the right thing to do.
So would this affect anyone who comes from another state, lives in Ohio for a few years? Would this affect them equally, or is this just targeted towards students?
It affects anyone who comes into the state and registers to vote here in Ohio. So it's not just students, but that is a group that we know will be negatively impacted. But it really can affect anyone who moves into Ohio and wants to be a citizen here. But this is a very tough burden for anyone, a student or any new Ohioan, to meet within 30 days or face a criminal penalty.
Any other state have anything like this in their laws?
Not that we're aware of. We have not had too much time with the provision, but are not aware of any other states that have this tough of a provision on their books against voting.
How would this vote violate the Voting Rights Act and the National Voter Registration?
Both of those federal laws prevent harassment or intimidation of voters by anyone, including by the laws of the state. So this provision clearly intimidates and unnecessarily harasses people from registering to vote and casting their vote.